I'm just saying, this is what we was drinking before we could drink. Like, we weren't supposed to be drinking, you was drinking vodka.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, I'm like 18, 19.
This is all I drink.
I respect it, and it's obvious, bro. But when a nigga like fucks with something like a drink, he fuck with that drink. Like,
this is what I've been fucking with.
Hundreds of Crown bottles in my apartment. Like,
see, I don't drink Crown. I think like brown liquor is like what niggers drink. I feel like it's like a stereotypical.
So what do you think that white liquor is?
I think white liquor is like you know, like I get drug tested where I work. You know, that's what I think.
So a white drink.
Just a place where you get drug tested. I mean, it don't got to be a white place.
I feel like you're like.
But I did say it like that. Like, I get drug tested where I work.
He's a little posture.
Nigga think he better than you because he get drug tested.
You smoke?
From time to time, I have to pour fake pee in a cup for my job. But whiskey, you say? But I only know one person that drink whiskey, and he weird to me.
Yeah, but fuck that nigga, bro. Because it's a whole like.
Yeah.
You could probably go to anybody and be like, "Do you drink whiskey?"
Whiskey.
Yeah,
who makes whiskey? Like, what's a brand? Like, if I was gonna go
Jameson?
to the store, hi, I take a Jameson. Then I would be like an adult and shit.
I ain't saying it like that, but
so you saying over 30-year-old people drink whiskey?
I'm just saying that's some shit like I'm talking like even maybe like 50 type.
You're
shit.
younger than me, man. You know what's going on, man. You gotta keep me abreast.
I'm just saying what's going on with me because vodka is something that's just a go-to. That's what we've been drinking when we was like 19, 20, trying to drink. We weren't supposed to be drinking type shit. Hey, man, it gets you where you going. And plus, I don't drink it because it kills me, bro.
Oh, you feel like shit?
Like, I've been in the place. I don't even want to tell this shit.
I don't get heartburn. I don't get hangovers.
You don't get a hangover from it? Well,
no, from anything. I don't get hangovers.
Oh, well, you lucky.
Yeah. A lot of people say I have Jesus's body.
Like, tequila is straight.
Tequila's terrible, actually.
Yeah, it's straight.
Yeah, that's of the devil. To whiskey. That's vodka. But episode 4. No, this is episode 3, actually. Black Freckles Show. Risky Russ is right back in the building.
What's happening?
We're gonna step outside the box today, man. Today, I'm gonna ask a question, okay? What do you think about what people think about what happens when you die?
What do I think about what other people think?
Yeah, like when people when like just for example, like someone thinks they know what happens when you die. Like, what do you think?
I think they're being ridiculous if they're gonna tell me what happens after we die.
I think anyone who thinks they have any clue what happens to us when we die is ridiculous.
Yeah, unless you like died or something. But I don't even think that counts, right?
I know.
They brought you back?
No, I don't think so. You ever almost died before?
Like, what you mean? Like, been in the area of somebody shooting?
No, like some shit where you just be like, damn, dog, I almost died. Like, I've been like, almost drowned before.
Damn, no.
I almost got hit head on before.
Nope.
Like, yeah, man, I've almost died like 3 or 4 times, bro. Like, dead ass. We're going to do a video about that one day.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, no bullshit. Like 3 or 4. I thought that was normal. Fuck. I figure if you was alive today, you had at least
a couple brushes with that.
Yeah, I was watching Game of Thrones, and there was this dude on there when he died, he'd come back to life.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, yo, he actually tried to stay alive. And he's been dead like 6 or 7 times. I'm like, damn, being alive is tough, man. Look, man, you all right over there, bro? All right, I got a theory, man. I don't want to say a theory on what happens when we die, but I have a theory on why we're here. Not so much why we're here, but how we got here.
Right.
And my boy Rebel used to always say, like, we got here because of the aliens. Like, he used to say that on the podcast all the time. And I used to say, like, shut the fuck up. You know, you're an idiot. And then as time went by, dog, I was like, yo, the aliens make sense, bro. And this is why the aliens make sense to me, okay? Let's say I'm Jesus, okay? I'm Jesus, the Jesus, you know? I'm Jesus, okay? And I'm a perfect being, right? And I can create people. I'm going to make everybody by hand or whatever, right? So if I'm going to make everybody by hand, this is just my theory, okay? As I'm a perfect person, I wouldn't make a bunch of imperfect people. And then the reason I wouldn't make imperfect people is just because I just wouldn't want to. So again, I'm saying if I was Jesus, all right, I just wouldn't want to. Right. And then furthermore, you know, the saying is that we get punished when we die if we're not, you know, like model citizens and whatnot. And I wouldn't want to make an imperfect being that gets punished when they die. All right. But that's beyond the point. All right. But if I was Jesus and I was making people by hand, I would, if I made people like, I wouldn't make somebody that needs to breathe air. I wouldn't make someone that needs to like take a shit. I wouldn't make someone that when they drink a lot they throw up. I wouldn't make someone that has to sleep 8 hours a night because it's pointless. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I'm making a person, I would say like, all right, this is the person. I need you to worship me this much. I need you to create things this much. I need you to learn things this much. And I need you to create new humans this much. Bam, 24 hours in a day. Knock it out. Right? But if I was an alien, right, and let's say I made a human, and the human, like, died after, like, 3 days, and then I think, all right, let me tweak the human. Now I'm going to make it where the human can burp and take a fart and shit, right? So, like, all right, now the human lived for 90 days. So it's like, fuck, what am I doing wrong with the human? And then I tweak the human some more, and I make it to where the human has this type of tissue or this type of DNA or whatever, right? So I keep changing the human until the human can survive on its own. Right. So the last rendition of the human I did, it lasted up to 100 years. So I'm like, all right, perfect. I created the human to where it can now last 100 years. I created the human to where it reproduces itself. They don't need me. I'm going to step back and let the world run itself with these alien experiments that I got. And then I'll come back for them one day.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be today, maybe tomorrow. But we need the aliens and or Jesus to come back and help us, man.
We're definitely in trouble.
We need help. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like it makes more sense that we would be an alien experiment opposed to we were created by the gods, if you will. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of watching Game of Thrones, so I'm going to use terms like the gods, you know. But I kind of feel like if you tweak the human to the point, like I said, we're certain, like where we need sleep, we need food, and you keep adding these little things that we need because again, it doesn't make a lot of sense that I need to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Or it doesn't make a lot of sense that any two idiots can have a kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if I'm going to hand make this kid, I don't want the ingredients from you two idiots. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I might fuck this kid up. Yeah. You know? And then on top of that, you have, like, the one-offs where you have, like, a kid that may have this issue or that issue. Even if that issue is, like, something simple like an allergy. That could be, like, a one-off with, like, you know, the alien experiment. If I'm creating you myself, I'm not going to make you allergic to peanut butter. Like, you know, like my daughter told me, she was reading the other day that a kid was allergic to water. And I was like, fuck. I was like, yo. I was like, man, that's terrible. Like, I couldn't say what I was thinking in my head. I was like, fuck. Yeah. You know, but I wouldn't make a person allergic to water if I was hand making.
Pretty cruel.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. So, we're aliens is the conclusion that I came to, which is obviously accurate.
I mean, I'm not mad at that theory. Only thing I'm really upset about is like, why haven't they come back?
No, we need their help, bro. They gotta come back, man. I don't know. I was thinking, again, a Game of Thrones reference here, right? What if the aliens that made us, like they made us and they said, we're gonna come back in the year 2010, okay? We're gonna come back in 2010. But like in 1999, like the White Walkers killed them all.
All
our aliens. And they don't even know we here, so we just stuck now. 2010 came and went, bro. Right. Like, damn.
Yeah, I hope that's not true, because, bro, we're going to be lost.
Man, bro, we're going to be lost. All right, my last question, and I'm going to let you go, all right? All right. In 500 years, will anybody that's alive today matter?
They matter.
Yeah. Will it mean anything that they were alive?
Damn, 500 years?
In 500 years.
That's so far out.
That's why I say that. Like, I asked Reb this on a podcast one time. He was like, yeah, because, you know, like, Barack Obama was the first black president. I was like, in 500 years, no one's going to give a fuck about that.
No. I can't see anyone being relevant in 500 years because of how fast things are going right now. Maybe like before.
No one that is alive today will matter in 500 years.
But before, there are people from 500 years ago that matter today. People.
Who you give a fuck about? Who you give a fuck? Name somebody today
that I give a fuck
that
about?
You care or even knew existed 500 years ago.
That I know.
Yeah, that you know existed 500
people,
years. Give me a name.
Hannibal. He's a general. I'm about to say it's plenty.
Is that
of people.
500 years ago?
Yeah.
All right. Furthermore, okay. You don't give a fuck about anyone that was alive.
But I don't give a fuck, but
You know they exist.
Yeah, I know they exist.
Do you even think people will know of people that existed today in 500 years?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it would really be no reason. Like in 500 years, people are gonna be like, Michael Jordan's the best basketball player.
Like nobody give a fuck.
Right.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be basketball. It's gonna be virtual.
Of course. Nobody gonna be like, man, J. Cole was killing them 500 years ago. No one is gonna give a fuck.
Nah.
So I don't even think people would know people existed.
Yeah,
in
I
500
can see that
years.
more so, but that's different than now, though.
That's crazy, though.
It is.
And that's, again, why the aliens gotta come back sooner, man. Because we don't even fucking matter, bro.
So we're gonna be the first people that just chill with the aliens?
Hopefully.
That will make us matter, though.
Yeah, that would for sure make us matter. Like, in 500 years, they would talk about us.
Like, yo, they was the first to come in contact.
Because they're going to talk about, like, that fat dude on Game of Thrones, the first one to kill the White Walker. Yeah. They're going to talk about him in 500 years. They be like, yo, he did it, bro. He the one. The fat dude, the first stepdad ever.
Yeah.
That's right. He was the first. Spoiler alert!
I'm trying to say that. He literally tried to say, hey,
he
man.
did.
That's
all right, man. That's all I got, man.
Hey, man. Appreciate
you plugging anything, man?
I got nothing right now to plug.
Hey, well, just come back for another episode, man.
We're
going to Black Freckles Show it to the death, man.